Mics are live.
Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
Thank you guys for showing up. There's a lot of microphones. I feel much like the mayor or somebody, right? Well, I want you guys to, thank you guys for coming here and to talk about this big announcement that we have as it relates to blight in our community. But it's always a good day in the city of Flint where we have a spirit-filled room, and God is always great. But what we want to talk about today is about blight in our community. It's time for us to fight back against blight. Enough is enough, and it's time for us to unite and use our forces. For the last month or so, this administration has been galvanizing our forces, our NSO officers, neighborhood improvement officers, and also some laborers to work together to fight back against blight. No longer will our community be undervalued, where people come into our community to just do dumping. We're not the garbage can of Genesee County, and no longer will we tolerate the Flint. We'll be fighting back, and it's just not a bark, but it will come with a bite, because we're going to be fighting back with enforcement. We're going to be fighting back with all of the tools that we have in this community to make sure that residents know that we care about them here in the city of Flint. And so you see Chief Hart is here right next to me. He's on my right side, and you see our Deputy Chief of Staff, DeVal Murdoch, and you see the laborers behind me as well. I think we have one laborer here, and also you see council people. So this is a joint effort with our two co-equal branches of government to talk about these issues that are happening inside of our city of Flint. You see a lot of dumping where it's not just casual garbage that's put out. And sometimes people come in from the out-county area just to pick certain areas in our community. Ward or Fifth Ward, those are the targeted wards that we're going to be doing the cleanup first. Our NSO officers, the neighborhood safety officers, these officers go out, they will be giving citations to those offenders. They'll be marking abandoned cars. We also will be enforcing our ordinances inside the city of Flint. It's not really cool to park on your front lawn, right? Even though that's been accepted because no enforcement has been done there. But moreover, we're going to attack structural blight as well as residential blight. We're going to be putting money behind activities, helping senior citizens fix their roofs, and also their porches. But we're going to be making sure that no longer, I'm going to repeat that, no longer people will be allowed to do blight in our city. And so with that, I'm going to have our police chief here to talk about what's going to be happening with our policing activity, how we're going to be using our NSO officers, how we're going to be using our laborers, how we're going to be using the dollars and cents from our HUD monies to make sure our community is a cleaner place for us to live and dwell. Chief Hart.
Thank you, Mayor. As the Mayor said, I'm Phil Hart. I'm the chief here, and I want to make it perfectly clear that illegal dumping will not be tolerated in the city of Flint. It is a crime, and we will take every avenue, every action that we can to enforce that, okay? We employ 10 NSOs, or neighborhood safety officers. Have the authority to write tickets for blight, and they will be out there actively enforcing the blight violations. What they do, they come out, they see the blight, they write the citation. It can go to the homeowner, it can go to the people that are dumping. The fines will be levied, can be up to $250 to $500. We can also seize your vehicle if it was used in the dumping, which is going to be another charge because now you'll have to pay to get your vehicle back from the impound yard. We know that sometimes this stuff is dumped in locations that you don't have control over, but you can help us. If you see this happening, you can call 911, you can call our hotline, because what we're looking for is just to clean up the city. If we tolerate dumping, we won't tolerate it anymore. We want our crime to drop, and this is a good start. we can get this dumping taken care of, and people will start respecting the city again, as they should be. So, with that, I would like to introduce Mr. DeVal Murdoch. He's our Deputy Chief of Staff.
Thank you all, and I'm glad you all made it today. I'm proud of the work that our team is doing concerning Blight. Lindsay Crawford, our laborers, the NSOs, our enforcement officers. We're out there making a real difference. We are asking the whole community to join in with us to help fight this blight by simply calling 810-237-2090. Again, that's 810-237-2090. We have a great team in the Blight office, but we also have a small team. We have only 2 laborers for the entire city. We need help from you all, the citizens of Flint. We welcome volunteers to work alongside our cleanup crews to help with this cleanup. For individuals or organizations who are willing to organize a cleanup, we will help out. We will lend our helping hand by bringing dumpsters directly to the site, supplies, front loaders, whatever it takes to get the job done. We value this community. And all of this is at zero cost to you, because that's what we are here for, this administration. Thank you to the 5 neighborhood groups who have also done cleanups within the last 2.5 months. And for our homeowners, we offer bulk services. So you can call in, you can set up the arrangement to have your bulk services taken care of. Again, please call 810-237-2090. And if you happen to see anyone out there illegally dumping, please call 911, because it will not be tolerated. Thank you.
Well, also with me, we have councilperson from the 2nd Ward, Councilman Maurice Davis, and also councilperson from the 5th Ward, Jerry Carter Winfrey, that's going to be here in support of the activities that we have moving forward as it relates to cleaning up our sites. Also in the audience behind us is Torcio Feaster, which is he's just opened up 30 more cases in this last couple of weeks about illegal dumping and cleaning up our sites inside the city. We have all aspects of it. And also here is Gary Hicks from Republic Garbage Services, where you're right here. He's the same guy with the same haircut that I have. But since this administration has taken office, we have had 19 cleanups throughout the city of Flint, opened more than 30 cases for illegal dumping. This goes to a mindset of a community. This community matters. We matter. People matter. The way that we treat our city, the way we treat our environment matters. No longer will the city of Flint be treated as an undervalued community inside of Genesee County. We have 32 units of government here. The city of Flint is the heart of Genesee County, and we need to start looking like we are the heart of a strong body. With that, we'll take a few questions. If I missed anything, that you guys are going to ask me questions, but we're going to make a rotation. You can ask any one of these individuals behind me. They're very able to answer questions as well as it relates to making sure this community is a cleaner, better community.
Any questions?
I think we have one here.
Goes to Chief Hart. A complaint by citizens in Flint is that the police response isn't really good as far as, we're actually invading a home that's vacant. Is there going to be a change in that, or?
Well, yes, we're working on the times as it is. Part of it too is with the dumping, we have a different set of people with our NSOs. If it's after hours, our officers will be taking the call. And the reason being is, once again, this is a basis for criminal activity in the city of Flint. And if we'll tolerate this, we'll tolerate anything. And I am not prepared to tolerate anything.
Right, but by any means, this won't take away from our regular law enforcement and our crime suppression activities inside the city of Flint. This is just an enhancement, and this is through the generosity of some of our philanthropic partners that gave us grants for NSO officers, and this is a full activity. You know, what we have done in this administration has galvanized our strength. So we had NSO officers before, but we're galvanizing our strength, putting them in place with our police department and also our laborers, also with our private contractors, with the Republic, moving everybody together, and also our council colleagues. And so we're moving forward, you know, saying that we want to make sure that all aspects of living inside the city of Flint will be better. And, you know, it's just not good or comfortable living in a community that's very much blighted. You know, you shouldn't have to drive to and from your home past, you know, illegal dump sites that people has just devalued us to the point that they feel they can just throw trash out and get away with it. No longer would that be tolerated. Yes?
This might be for Chief Hart as well.
Come this way, Chief.
What can a citizen do to help with the enforcement of the blight laws that we have? Like by taking pictures, by taking videos, you know, obviously within reason, because they really don't want to get caught doing that sort of thing, but what can a citizen do to help?
Absolutely.
If you could take one more step in front of the mics.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay, absolutely what you said. Photographs with your cell phone, video with your cell phone, any way of documenting, maybe even just grabbing a license plate number off a vehicle so that we have that available to us, so that we can backtrack and contact the people.
Now, do we, is there any special thing you're going to do for contractors who are dumping? I know contractors dump their roofing material and that kind of stuff all over the city.
Oh, absolutely. We, again, we're looking for anyone that's dumping. I'm in the process of procuring some cameras to put up around the city where we can watch. I'm not going to discuss where I'm going to place those at this point, but we will have those available, so that'll be further that we can utilize. So if anyone is doing that on a professional basis, they want to watch out for their licensing as well, because it could be called into question.
Thank you.
And we'll also be fully using all of our city ordinances, and we'll be asking our council colleagues to make ordinances stronger, forfeiture laws for those individuals that's doing those commercial type of dumping, that we can seize their vehicles in that aspect, and we may build another fleet, right, you know, in the city of Flint with those vehicles that we will be, but we know.
Media questions?
Yep, I think there's one more here.
But I was wondering if you've hired a new leader since Raul Garcia has left.
Well, that position is still around right now, but the leadership of the Blight enforcement team is under DeVal Murdoch. We galvanize our forces, so therefore residents will have easier access to be able to call a number, get information, and understand how the process works, right? We shouldn't have two arms and they won't even talk to one another. So we have our enforcement arm, we have our adjudication department, we have our partners in the private sector, which Republic. So we're all working together for one healthier outcome for the city. Yep.
One more question.
Yep.
I know a lot of it is in collaboration as well with the land bank, and this year might be the last year of hardest hit fund dollars. Have you worked with that at all as far as demolition of buildings moving forward with the blight elimination?
Well, we're going to continue to try to make sure that we have the revenue and the funding streams that's going to continue to support this good activity. But what's happening now, or what's not happening now, is residents are not seeing the benefit of those dollars being executed up in their community. And so, you know, when we talk to our council colleagues, they continuously get complaints from residents about sites being blighted in their area and what can be done. And then even though we go out and cite them, what is further being done to make sure that offenders are being held accountable. And so I think with the activity that we're doing now, that residents will start seeing a change in the community. But we need to change the behavior. But we have to do it with a team atmosphere. We have to do it all together. I mean, just behind us, it should not be the full team that operates in this capacity for the city of Flint. But every one of your viewers, every one of the people who live here, is our community. It's our community. And so we all need to stand together. We are valuable, and we need to stand together and fight back against this ill that we have. I know Channel 5 has a question. I like that shirt he's wearing. That's the union. That's the union I belong to.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
I have